All right, shalawam. All right, first off, I want to say all praises to Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, bahasham Rakha Kwadash. Uh, Double honors to our apostles and elders of GMS, and to the elect doing the work in sincerity and in truth, shalawam. This is Nazar Khad, GMS Precepts, and pretty much I want to go into, as you can see on the I have Proverbs up here on the screen, and we're just gonna go right into it. This is Proverbs 5:15. It says, "Drink waters out of thine own cistern, and running waters out of thy own well." So what is this speaking about? It says, "Waters, drink waters out of thy own cistern," and that's something that, as a Hebrew Israelite, we're supposed to do. We're supposed to drink waters out of thy own cistern. But let's go into what the waters is. Okay, what does it mean by drink? Does it mean an actual water? Does it mean an actual or drinking from an actual well that belongs to you that you own? Okay, to get the answer, we got to go to Second Ezra, the 14th chapter, and I'm gonna start at 45. It says, and this is Second Ezra's 14th chapter, about the 45th verse. It says, and it came to pass when the 40 days were fulfilled, that the highest spake, saying, The first that thou hast written, publish openly, that the worthy and unworthy may read it. But keep the 70 last, that thou mayest deliver them only to such as be wise among the people. So what is he speaking about? He's speaking about the wisdom that was given to him by the angel. He's speaking to Ezra and telling him to write down and give it to only the wise among the people. Okay, and what is he told to write down? All the secret and deep sayings and that he was told of by the angel. Okay, verse 47, it says, "For in them is a spring of understanding, the fountain of wisdom, and the stream of knowledge." Okay, so you can see here, like I said, this is Second Ezra 14. It's referring to knowledge. It's referring to knowledge. I'm sorry, clicked that by accident. It's referring to knowledge, wisdom, and understanding as waters. Okay, the spring of understanding, the fountain of wisdom, and the stream of knowledge. Okay, so now when you go back to Proverbs, you can understand this a lot more. When it says, "Drink waters out of thy own cistern, and running waters out of thy own well." Okay, what is this speaking about? Is it speaking, now you can see that it's not talking about a literal well. It's talking about the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that was given to you as an Hebrew Israelite. The law, statute, commandments. Okay, because the Most High only gave that to who? The Most High only gave that. Matter of fact, let's see who he gave it to. Proverbs. Let me go to Proverbs. Let's go to 50. 50 and what the hell? No, I pressed. I must have. Proverbs. Proverbs 50. Let me get that. 50. Proverbs 50 and 5. Let me go there. The hell is? Oh, I'm bugging. I'm bugging. Psalms 50. Psalms 50. Right. There's no damn. There's no Proverbs 50. So this is Psalms 50 and 5. It says, "Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice." Now the saints represent the Israelites, and who are the ones that made who are the ones that he made a covenant with? Who are the ones that he made a covenant with? That's speaking about the Hebrew Israelites. Matter of fact, another one. Let me go to 26, Leviticus 26. Last two verses. This is Leviticus 26, verse 45. It says, "But I will for their sakes." You know what? Let me start at 44. "And yet for that all, when they be in a land of their enemies, I will not cast them away, neither will I abhor them to destroy them utterly, and to break my covenant with them, for I am the Lord thy power." So we're just going into that covenant. What's that covenant it's speaking about? Verse 45, "But I will for their sakes remember the covenant of their ancestors, whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt, in the sight of the heathen, that I might be their power. I am the Lord." So it's speaking about the ones, he said he's going to remember the covenant of their ancestors, who I brought out of the land of Egypt. Who are the ones that the Most High brought out of the land of Egypt? In the sight of the heathen. Who are the ones? Who are those people that he brought up out of the land of Egypt in the sight of the heathen, that he might be their power. I am the Lord. The next verse is, we already know that's the Israelites. Okay, but in case a nigga want to get cute, verse 46 further explains it, said, these are the statutes and judgments and laws which the Lord made between him and the children of Israel in Mount Sinai by the hand of Moses. Okay, so that's none other than the Hebrew Israelites. So those are the ones that he gave the law, statutes, and commandments to. Okay, let me go back here to Proverbs. Proverbs 5, it says, so when it says, drink waters out of thy own cistern and running waters out of thy own well, that's speaking about the law, statutes, commandments, and the wisdom and the heritage. Okay, all right, because it tells you that there shall, well, really, we have to come back to the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding in our heritage. As a people, we have to come back to that. Now, it's understood that only 1/3 of the nation of Israel is going to do that. 2/3 are going to reject it. That's why they're gonna die here on this side. Okay, that's why. So it's understood that not all Israel is going to come back to the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, or come back to the heritage. Why? Because it tells you in Jeremiah, which I had up. It tells you in Jeremiah 17 about discontinuing from our heritage, right? This is Jeremiah 17:4, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, right? The heritage that I gave thee. He gave the heritage to the nation of Israel. He gave the laws, statutes, and commandments to the nation of Israel, and no other nation. Okay, that's why it says, you only have I known out of all the families of the earth. That's a separatist. That's a racist. That's a that's bigotry. That's a racist, separatist statement made by the Most High. It says, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. So this is the reason why we are in the position that we're in. Okay, this is the reason why that we are still yet in captivity. But the good news is, what is that? Is that Job 7? Oh man. Job 7, I believe. Let's go with it. Job 7. Better is the end of a thing. I bet you it's right. Let me end of a thing than the beginning thereof. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. Okay, so it's Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. It says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. So better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. So we're reaching the end of what? We're reaching the end of our captivity, the end of our punishment, the end of our slavery. Us as a people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. How do we know that? We know that by the prophecies that are unfolding daily. We know that and one major prophecy is that the nation of Israel is coming back to our heritage. Right? You see how it all comes together? The nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we're actually coming back to our own waters, our own cistern, our own well. Okay? And it's all being done by the power of Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, who the world enemy calls God in Christ. Okay? Now, let me go to, what did I have? Ecclesiastes, the 5th chapter. Oh, okay, so this is Ecclesiasticus, in Apocrypha 5 and 9. It says, winnow not in every wind, and go not into every way, for so doth the sinner that hath a double tongue. So what is this speaking about? It's speaking about staying within thy own heritage, staying in what belongs to you. As a Hebrew Israelite, we're not supposed to go into other philosophies like Islam or Buddhism or Christianity, especially not Christianity. That shit is our people, and not only our people, but The other nations are starting to realize the farce called Christianity. Okay, Christianity is on its last leg. All right. Okay, so it says, "Winnow not in every wind, and go not into every way, for so doth the sinner that hath a double tongue." So we're supposed to, as a Hebrew Israelite, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we're supposed to stay within our own heritage, stay within the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay, because the other nations know if we are one with the Most High, if we're one with our power, okay, there's no stopping us, man. Okay, so that's why we're supposed to stay within the waters of our own heritage. Uh, Let me get one more. Ephesians 4, I believe. 4. There we go. It says, Ephesians 4 and 14, that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men. Now, didn't it say here, winnow not in every wind and go not into every way, right? What is that speaking about? What is this wind speaking about? That's speaking about the wind of doctrine, man. Okay? Tossed to and fro and carried about with every wind of doctrine by the sleight of men and cunning craftiness whereby they lie in wait to deceive. But speaking the truth in love may grow up into him in all things, which is the head, even Yahawashi. So we're supposed to, as a people, we're supposed to stay within what's ours, and what belongs to us is the Bible. What belongs to us is the law, statutes, and commandments that were given to us way back when, that were given to us and nobody else. All right, so I think I hit my points in Proverbs 15. Lord willing, you brothers were edified. Until the next show, shalawam.